This is this year's Golden Trellick Award. It's a poster by Inky. But before you go, I'd just like to say a few thanks. We are a free festival and we don't get very much money. And the only reason why we've managed to keep going is because people work for us for nothing, which is great. So I'd like to start off by giving a thank you to Joe here at the Maxilla Club. It's been fantastic to us. Not just to us, but for everybody in the local area. Right? You can get a decent pint of beer here, you know, and it doesn't cost a fortune. I'd like to thank the West Bank, you know, who put us on as well. And I'd also like to do a very special thanks to the Muse Gallery on Portobello Road, to hold our international section, which goes on for about 3 weeks. You get about 3 weeks of non-stop international films. Talking of which, the person that programmes and projects those films is somebody that's been with the festival since the year 2000. So I'd like everyone to make a standing ovation, if possible, for Mr. Raymond Mindio. And while we are on the subject, there's somebody who's been our coordinator since the year 2004. So I'd also like to give a standing ovation to Miss Leona Flood. We only keep this thing going because everyone's working for nothing. You know, we're a free festival. I don't know who else to thank off the top of my head. So let's crack on with the Portobello Film Festival Awards for the year 2019. Is there any chance of a bit of light on the stage, or is that light on the stage so I can actually read who's going to win it, or not going to win it? Light on the stage? Yeah, go on. But Leona's going to say a few words.
Hi guys, just again to say thank you so much for everybody that submitted a film this year. I mean, God, like, I know how much it takes to make a film. I work in like the film industry myself and like it's ridiculous. But those who do it for no money, wow, like I applaud you. Those who do it for $5 grand, $100 grand, like whatever, like, yo, keep on doing your thing. We are here as a platform for independent film, and I stress we are here as a platform for independent film. I don't even care what your film's about. We've showed some crazy shit here, and like, yeah, but like it's even had an award. Do you know what I'm saying? It's all about, at the end of the day, I guess for us, there's so many stories that don't get told, and I feel like if we weren't here, then they just wouldn't even get screened. So unfortunately, and I won't go into the politics, we're not at the pop-up cinema, but hey, we're here and we appreciate Joe and everybody here at Maxilla. We appreciate everyone at the Muse Gallery and everyone at the West Bank. Guys, thank you. Keep making films and keep like sending films in, and you know, we're here for you. We're here to support you. I hope you have a good night. For those who don't win tonight, I'm sorry. Keep on keeping on. For the ones that did win, we appreciate your shit because you put hard work into it and the production values may not have been high, but we saw that there was a story there, yeah? All right, cool. Hi. So, for the best comedy of the Portobello Film Festival 2019, the nominees are Scripture Screw Up, Life in a Week, The Plunge, Rain Stops Play, Buds, Sick Birds, Insurgent Grandpas, and Laid to Rest. Now, before we go on to the actual winner, I do want to give a special mention to Sick Birds because it was an absolutely amazing film. I don't know if you're here. If you are here, You're not. Okay, so the actual winner is Bud. We thought your film was really cool. So guys, please come up and like get your prize. Come on, like, go. Thank you so much. There you are.
Oh wow, look how cool this is, guys.
Let's go to the good. And this is for you. This lovely t-shirt.
Oh my god, I appreciate it so much. You know what? The main guy. Oh wow, that's a difference. Okay, the main guy is Lanx Sam Thompson that directed, produced the whole thing. I'm just one of the actors. He wasn't able to be here today. I was the pizza guy at the beginning, the one with the funky voice. But you have no idea how it feels to get one of these awards and be part of Team Buds. You know what? Carry on, guys. Do your work. As she said, we're not like trying to make anything out of it. We're doing it for the fun. And that's what it's all about. Thank you so much. My name's Indy.
Okay, well the next award is the Best Documentary, and the shortlist of Best Documentary is Kenneth's Story by Sharon Woodward, Millwall Black and White by Chris Hayden, it says here, but I think it's by Ole, who's there somewhere at the back, A People's Art by Terry Oldham, Failed by the State by Redfish, Panamondo, The Evolution of Steel Pan, Trumbull Land by Gregory Waller, Barry Jones, In Search of a Lost Time, a film story from Australia, that's fantastic. Goodbye Azkima by Garantino Satori, and Night Nursing by Rudikova Amar. And the winner of the Best Documentary at Portobello Film Festival 2019 is Failed by the State by Redfish.
There's your Trellick Award and your t-shirts. Two t-shirts.
Thank you. This was just made 3 months after, the film was made 3 months after the fire, really, just to shed a light on what was really happening on here. Not people talking for us, but the people talking and saying what exactly was going on. And it was just, hopefully, it was just like to set a stage so the real truth that needed to be told could be told. And I said, thank you for watching. If you watch, if you haven't watched it, it's on YouTube. And yeah, this was with no funding, no backing, and no office on Kensal Road. It was just two people who cared and wanted to do something. So that's it.
Thank you guys. We appreciate each story from Grenfell. I mean, we have had quite a few, but we appreciate every single story that's told. So the next prize goes out to the Best Music Film, and we've had quite a few this year. Some were okay and some were really good. So, the struggle is real, I like it. Anyway, so Best Music Award nominees, we have Rotten Hill by Whitty Gordon, Stiff Battles by Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia has won an award here before. Ubercock by Katja Kan, Rebirth, Linda Landers, Graham Parker by Michael Gramley Glieder, Mixed Media by JC Carroll, 40 Cyber Tales by Ishmael Kishmariwala, Melody Makers by Leslie Ann Coles, Clarence Clemens, Who Do You Think I Am by Nick Mead, which was amazing, and We Are Messengers by David Fedeli. And the winner goes to Clarence Clemens, Who Do You Think I Am? Clarence, are you here tonight? Oh, amazing, great. The Culture Picture Award.
Thank you very
There you
much.
are.
Whoa.
Say something there.
I'll say something. This isn't for me, this is for Clarence, who passed away halfway through making the film. I'm going to keep it in my house. And, oh my gosh, I'm actually blown away. This festival meant so much for me personally. And I don't know what to say. I'm not often speechless, but I am right now. Thank you very much, and thank you, Clarence.
Okay, we'll announce the awards for Best Drama, and there's been some good dramas at the Portobello Film Festival this year. And the nominations are Skip Girl by Annabelle Vine, Approval Needed by Karen Ansley, Stride by Mazin Sheravani, Time by Kirk Miller Lewis, The Lure of the Deep by Larissa Clorivo, Zian by something else that I can't pronounce, but it's from the International Film Festival, Jia Yuyan, La Distancia by Fernando Lenzana, and The Future of Retail by David Tarbucks, and The Rueful Warrior by Mark Owen. And the winner, because we're all a great fan of Stanley Kubrick, is The Future of Retail by David Tarbucks.
Wow, shit.
Wonderful, congratulations.
Well, bit of a shock, no one's here, none of my friends. Okay, can I thank Chris, Bradley, and everyone who made the film, but anyway, more importantly, thank you to Portobello Film Festival, the best film festival, I think, in London, definitely, if not the world. Alright, okay.
Great. Amazing, sorry I didn't tell you. So, the next award goes to the Best Animation and Art Film, and as usual we get some amazing animation and art films, especially from the continent, and from the UK, but especially from the continent. So, the nominees are Extase by Anne Pigalle, Ghost Dogs by David Hutchinson, This Morning by Molly Brown, and I swear they've won an award before. The Mask of Blackness by Epoch Beach, Ghost World, Sarah Jane Swan, Riot in the Meadow, Thomas Harmon, Emotion and Economics by Constantine Grass, Third Avenue L by Bunny and Pulse, Dead Man's Reach by Quentin Vienne, Eden by Rodrigo Cabinet and Ivo Urbano, and Circuit by Delia Hess. And before we go on to the actual award, we'd like to give a special mention to Emotion and Economics by Constantine Grass, who I'm not sure Constantine's here tonight, but his film was absolutely amazing, and we really appreciate what you're doing in the community. So the actual award for the best... Constantine? Well, can you get up and get to the goddamn stage, for God's sake? Come on. It's called a special mention. We'd like to give you a special mention because we really appreciate you and everything that you're doing. So can you come and say a few words? Thank you. Sorry.
Emotion and Economics. Yeah, it took place at the Gate Cinema over the weekend. And I think Jamie posted something on Facebook about 3 months ago and saying there's an opportunity to put something on. Step forward. Can somebody step forward with some ideas? So I thought I'd put together a little program which is actually about the history of the Gate Cinema. So I did a little bit of research in 3 months, and also just wanted to put forward a sort of a personal program of short films about people who are really near and dear to me in the community and who have done sort of amazing work over the decades. And this goes back to the 1960s. Adam Ritchie, who's one of the founding figures of the Westway Trust. He wrote hundreds of letters in the late 1960s to campaign to get the play spaces underneath the Westway handed over to the community, and this created the precedent for the spaces we have here now. And also as part of the film, he made a film in the late 60s that nobody's ever seen, and I sort of got it shown as part of the programme. And then I also did something with JB, Jonathan Barnett, who is a little closet filmmaker who had made some films back in the day on VHS. They've sort of been lost and eroded, so I managed to get hold of this film, and I basically put it together in a programme of short films, and we had silent films, we had films from the 60s, 70s, and then it sort of culminated in a film that I made, because I'm a local filmmaker, and I made a film about the garden in the shadow of Grenfell Tower. And I sort of did this sort of, I followed that garden over the space of a year after, so I'm getting a bit emotional there. I followed the garden in the space of a year after the fire with the gardener. The garden was sort of destroyed. He planted strawberry seeds in the garden to grow for the future. Unfortunately, they didn't grow. So we had this sort of a poignant story about trying to grow and think positively for the future. He's still growing, he's still planting, so we end on that note. But basically, that was the programme of short films. So it was a varied programme of community films, and there was also telling a story about the history of the Gate cinema. Sorry, that was a very long answer to your little introduction. But yeah, that gives you a flavour of the type of community work I do, and it's great to have that as part of the Portobello Film Festival as well. So sorry, you've obviously got the report.
Sorry, so the best, thank you Constantine. Like I said, we appreciate everything that you do, and you know, you are an absolutely amazing filmmaker. Thank you for everything. So the actual best animation and art film goes to Extas by Anne Piguel. Anne Piguel, are you here this evening to accept your award? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So I said a few words. So the Soul Connection, which is really the short film that I wanted to show at the festival, is really a film that was made for zero money, that was made with all my friends, like Jenny and others. It is really about the story of London. It is the story about all the immigrants that have come since the 17th century to Soho. Soho is the heart of his town. Soho is the heart of his country. French, Huguenot, Irish, Welsh, Jewish, Italians, Greeks, so many came to Soho. They came to make this town. So anybody who comes to say, let's get rid of the immigrants, fuck them, and vive Soho.
We are now going to award the prize for Best International Film at the Portobello Film Festival this year. And the prize is going to be announced by Mr. Raymond Mendiak.
Come on.
There's 3 films that are fantastic, all 3 of them are fantastic. So, Tumberland is a fantastic film about Douglas Tumberland, who did all the special effects for 2001, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. It's absolutely stunning. So, The Visit is a film about, it's a German film, it's about a guy who works as a Santa Claus, who works on Christmas Eve. It's his last night. He goes and he does this grotto thing, then he comes home and he puts his costume into the washing machine and thinks that's it. Then he gets a call from the hospital. He asks him to come down. He goes down. He has to go and visit a girl who's terminally ill. She's dying. She wants to see Santa Claus before she dies. This guy, he puts his Santa Claus clothes back on and goes to the hospital. He hugs this terminally ill girl who dies in his arm. It's a stunning film. The other one, which is very hard to pronounce because it's French, is called, I can't say the title. It's called Paris. I just can't say it. So, sorry, I'm from Liverpool. My pronunciation isn't great. It's about, basically what happened was this guy made the film when we were doing the referendum in England, and he transported it to the idea of one planet discovering another.
Oh, yeah.
So this other planet has a referendum about whether we should contact this distant planet, which happens to be Earth. And the answer is yes. But this was all going on when the referendum in Britain was happening. And he filmed it both ways with a yes and a no answer. But they say our planet at the time when the 2 nuclear bombs go off in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So their first view of our world is 2 atomic bombs exploding. It's a fantastic film, and that's the winner. So. JB's going to pronounce it because it's French itself. This one.
Okay, it's called Orage Partiel, and it's by Johann Faure.
Is he here? He's not. Okay. We're going to keep it private for him.
Okay, well this is the bit everyone's been waiting for. This is the best film at the Portobello Film Festival this year. And we did have some fantastic films, and it's very difficult to say what the best film was. So, the nominees are Altruistic by Emma Edwards, Smackhead by Greg Hall, Trigger Finger by Nick Nevern, Beyond the Photo by Kathy Hassan, The Photo History of the Portobello Film Festival by Matthew Buxton, that's been on at the Muse, Gizi U Kulei Xi, that's a Chinese film, Trumbull Land, which was absolutely fantastic, yeah. De Basuch by Christian Warner, and Orage Partiel Claire. Now, I kind of know that Emma Edwards can't be here to receive a special award for Altruistic, which we will send to her. But the best film that we showed at the Portobello Film Festival this year was Beyond the Photo by Kathy Hassan.
Bumbleclart.
I'm so surprised. I don't know what to say, but thank you, Jonathan. Thank you to the team of Portobello Film Festival. It's so important that we have these kind of platforms to tell our stories. I mean, some of the greatest stories always start in the community, locally. I'm so chuffed that people connected with the stories. It really is the most I can ask for. It was a labour of love. I approached several renowned photographers, some of you probably know them, based who worked in the 70s, 80s and covered the Winter Discontent, Margaret Thatcher, you know, all the political scene who worked for the Daily Express, the Telegraph. I approached them, I told them what I was doing, and they connected with the topic, and they loaned me their work for free, and I managed to carve a whole story around this one picture that appeared in the Tate. Huge thank you to Hannah and Dolores, and also to Al Vandenberg, who's passed away, a phenomenal photographer from New York who came in the 60s. And then just, you know, honed his craft here. He died probably about a year into the project. I'm so chuffed that people have connected, and it obviously means that I'm on the right path. So thank you, and a huge thank you to Portobello Film Festival. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you all for coming, and I think we're now going to show Beyond the Photo by Kathy Hassan.